This is an old Docklands community, population probably about 4,000. It's a working class, which was, many of the people would have worked in the docks, and of course that's largely gone, the docks, because the containerisation would have destroyed this company. But now we're surrounded by, there's a new hotel being built there just beside us. There's Google are just down the road, and it's an ordinary working class people with a very wide mix of people, and it's quite an elderly population as well.
Malachy Steenson speaking for the community of East Wall in Dublin, and they're on the march to protest about the amount of immigrants coming into their community, where housing is already desperately short.
We have a huge housing crisis. We have a population of 5.5 million, which has increased over the past 15 to 20 years from 3.5 million. These are people who are coming in, by and large from the UK, coming in, having spent many years there and haven't achieved asylum there, or are afraid of the Rwanda policy coming in and they'll be moved off to be processed in Rwanda. So they're coming in here.
These protests are being called right-wing, and the people here are very keen to explain that that's not the case.
We are ordinary people, ordinary workers in a working class community here who have come out to say, not that we're opposed to refugees, not that we're opposed to asylum seekers, but if somebody's coming in as an economic migrant, then they're an economic migrant. Let them come in through the ordinary visa process.
That's all very well saying that, but Irish used to be the economic migrants around the world.
We were, and we went as economic migrants, not as asylum seekers, and we went to America, Canada and right throughout the world, and we worked. And you went in, if you went to America, you stayed with family members or somebody you knew or somebody who knew somebody else, and you got a job and you worked. You didn't go in and get put up in a hotel or an office block. And, today our children are having to emigrate because they can't afford to live here. So it seems to me to be incredible that our government is forcing our young people to emigrate and at the same time saying we've an open door to everybody else that's coming in. There's something fundamentally wrong with a society that does that.
It's the middle of rush hour in Dublin, and these protesters have managed to basically stop traffic. People here trying to get home will have to wait a while these protests go ahead. Feelings are running high, and it's across a wide section of society.
They're not refugees. Roderick O'Gorman, the minister, is encouraging them to come all over the world, and they're coming, and we'll have no country left. There is racism in Ireland, but it's against the indigenous Irish people.
We can't be putting up with this. We have our own Irish homeless people, and they're not getting the support they need. They're living in tents.
While the traffic comes to a standstill, protests are gathering momentum, and at some stage public representatives will have to address the situation. Dougie Beattie, GB News, Dublin.